Good evening, everyone. The meeting of the board is now called to order at 7:09 p.m. Before we begin tonight's meeting, I'm required to make the following announcement. In the unlikely event the fire alarms go off, please exit the building quickly and quietly. Evacuate the building using the following exits. Will anyone need assistance in case of such an event? Once outside, please move away from the building and keep fire lanes and entrances clear. Do not re-enter the building until you are told to do so. Please turn off all electronic devices during the meeting, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Right into our recognition of scheduled visitors. And first up, we have a capital construction project update, and we have David Botter here with us from Campus Construction.
All right, so this is the outside retaining wall, looking at it from the parking lot. This is a close-up of the retaining wall and stairs going up to the lacrosse field and the track. This is the retaining wall near, this is the field to the lacrosse field, so that's all under the ground. That's not in the parking lot, that's in the green space, so you can't even see it. This is again partially covered up. Here's the signage on the athletic entrance. Get the nice aluminum LS and Lakeshore spelled out, Eagles. Behind the school, on the athletic entrance, we have the signage for the concessions, restroom, the men's, women's, and family. And that is right outside the stairs that go up to the sports fields. This is the wood shop on the first floor of the addition, showing the polished concrete, and those are the machines that polish the floor and grind it down. This is also the wood shop with the maple butcher block and the freshly installed casework. I feel like the national news trying to get these to work on a little more. Slide. So here's there's an elevator going in the addition. So this is the part just after it was installed. On the next slide, you'll see that we started to block it in. And then on the next slide, you got the nice wall tile sealing up the entire elevator shaft. Okay, this is at the athletic office, the trainer office, all the new casework. And then here is the weight room, which is a big improvement over the existing weight room. I hear all the students saying we can't wait to use it when they're downstairs. And then here is the wrestling room without the mats. This is the boys team locker room on the first floor. This is the new electrical switch gear that's just getting energized now in the existing high school basement. So that was phase 2, talking about phase 3. So we awarded the contracts in January of this year. We started construction in February, and we'll end construction in August of 22. The phase 3 work areas, primarily 3 6-month work areas. So the first work area is January to August 21. This is really the science and art department area of the high school. Right now, MEP rough-in, drywall is completed. We just started painting the ceilings and the walls, and soon we'll be polishing the concrete floors. So that's on target to finish in August of 21, so the kids can start it in the fall. The next area is music suite renovations. We'll be starting this August, and that'll go until December of 21. I put July and December up here. So that's the music suite area on the other side of the courtyard. And then the third section of phase 3 is going to be the life skills and the auditorium stage, and auditorium and stage area. That's going to go from December of this year to August of 22. And then the site work will all be done this year for phase 1. I'm sorry, for phase 2 and for phase 3. Over at John T. Wall, just like the high school, all this site work will be done just this summer. As far as work inside the building, it'll only be done during both summers, whereas in the high school, work is ongoing. So I wanted to give you a couple before and after photos of the first work area in phase 3. So this is room 132B on the first floor. The next slide is on the second floor, room 237, the science room. This shows after asbestos abatement was completed, that work was done while no students were in the building over February break. So in that slide, the abatement was hockey pucks that held onto the wall, the marker boards, and then there was some flooring under the science casework. Okay, this shows the VCT flooring come up, and you can kind of see a machine, but the next slide will show what the machine does. It's got a big razor blade, rips up the floor like butter. Otherwise, the old style, the guys would scrape it. That one swipe is probably 30 seconds versus an hour for a guy to do it. So after the floor was removed, then we demolished the walls between the 2 future art classrooms with photography in the backside. This shows the metal studs starting to go up. Here shows some of the mechanical rough-in going inside the metal studs. And then the wood, that's the wood blocking where the case is going to go. This shows, which is unique for these rooms, a lot of built-in storage up high. If you saw the way the old rooms were, they definitely need storage. So this just uses a lot of really wasted space up high in the ceiling. Drywall starting to go in. Taping and sanding is ongoing. And then we start cleaning on the second floor of that science classroom. And then my favorite photo, for those that didn't see it go on a tour, shows how the emergency eye wash station works. It folds up into the wall as a nice space saver, and it pops down and instantly turns on in case anyone gets something in their eye. For phase 4, right now, we have submitted to the New York State Education Department the drawings for review. It typically takes 3 to 5 months for SED to review the drawings. We're anticipating being able to have those approved at the end of August, send out the bid for contractors in September, award beginning of October, start construction in November of this year, and end construction in November of next year. Phase 4 is just the 3 other elementary schools besides John T. Wall. Thank you, everyone, for letting me present.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the tour.
Yes, thank you. The tour was great. Does anybody have any questions?
No snack.
All right, then next up, we will move on to our presentation for the Academy of Business and Finance, and we have Danielle Arnon with us.
Yeah, if you could.
Leave the volume off. Okay.
Ready? Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Danielle Arnon.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi. Do I need this? Can you hear me?
Just so the people.
Oh, okay. Can you hear it though?
Is that on?
Is it on? Oh, I think it's on now. Can you hear it
There
now?
we
Yeah.
go.
Okay. All right. I am the new director and the internship coordinator for the Academy of Business and Finance this year. Marla and I have switched roles, and so I'm here to present to you on what's going on with the Academy this year, knowing that, it's been a little bit different with 2021 COVID year. So this year we were able to conduct our BEEP interviews with our students, and this happened in January. So we still had these done virtually, but our students actually came into the school, they dressed up as they normally would, and then we had them complete these over Google Meets with our board members. And I think for the most part, they did a really fabulous job of getting themselves prepared on just a different platform than they normally would. We were proud of them for persevering and also getting through the content in a very short amount of time. I might have gained some gray hairs. This year, for the freshman AOBF applicants, we actually were able to conduct these in person. Our board members were able to come in, we safely socially distanced. We had 24 students apply, and then we had 22 students who were accepted. So for next year, that is the amount that you will expect to see in our class, and we're really excited to have them this next year. So we normally participate in a networking breakfast event. And this year, instead of doing that, we had a board meeting in which our board members of the Academy were able to spend some time with the students. We actually invited the freshmen as well. So we had the freshmen through the seniors, and we carried it in here in this venue in the LMC. So we tried to group with every board member a student from each different level, with the goal in mind that the freshmen would be able to hear about the experiences from every different student in terms of what they've experienced so far, and also that the seniors could really talk about their experience, and kind of everybody could gain something, hopefully, and really connect with one another. On top of that, we really are looking for more connection and relationship buildings between our board members as well as the students, and also the students, because they really only get to see their own cohort. So we have 20 seniors that will be graduating this year. Just kidding, no, we will. 20 of our seniors, and they talked about their internship experience through COVID. They talked about, the struggles, the triumphs that they've had throughout the past 3 years. We had our juniors, we have 15 juniors this year, and their juniors went through talking about their experience with accounting right now. The sophomores got to talk about just their first experience in the academy. Theirs has been a little bit altered with the fact that actually today was their first day seeing the other cohort in person. So that's super exciting for them. And then lastly, we had freshmen, and I didn't get all of our freshmen, but like I said, we have 22 freshmen. And they got to just kind of talk about what they're excited about, what they're looking forward to with the Academy. Overall, I would say it was a really good experience, and some of our board members could probably agree. So internships this year. Last year, Marla was able still to place, even with COVID, all of our students. They all had their paid internships, and only one was actually a full remote internship. And then eventually, when it was able to, it did turn into an in-person internship. This year, all of ours will be in person. Every organization and business that's working with us will follow their own COVID protocol. And we actually have 24 internships for our students to get involved in. And we're super excited. These are all of the businesses and organizations that our students have the opportunity to take part in. With that in mind of the internships, this is actually something that the NAF Regional Board has given us license to for this year and next year. We have 21 license to use. And I'm just gonna show you a little bit about this. It's called Virtual Job Shadow. Our students normally have to participate in some sort of job shadow experience in the Academy. And this is just another great resource for our students to get involved in, to really kind of take a peek into any sort of career that they're interested in. So they all have accounts right now with our juniors currently. And what they can do is they can check out a day in the life of. So in this particular one, it's a paramedic. They're about max 5-minute videos. It goes around, and they found, I think it's about 200 different careers in the United States. They've created these videos and they've followed them for the day. And then the students can see exactly what goes into it. They can also check out, there are Q&A videos. These range from 20 seconds to a minute, where they're just sitting down and asking the professionals what really goes on. They can also check out a career description, and this just gives them more in-depth look at the duties that are performed by each career. Also, the required education. The students can look at that. And it also gives any sort of license or transferable skills or qualities that they deem important. Earnings, the great thing about earnings is that they can look specifically in New York State as well as compare it to the national wages, which I like. And they can change that too. They can change it to whatever state they're taking a look at. It gives them the future outlook, additional links. Then another one that I really like about this is that it also gives them a college search, and they can look just strictly in New York who's giving some sort of certification, in this case with a paramedic. But I think this is wonderful. You know, it really opens their eyes to everything that's available to them. The last thing I want to show you about this is our job internship section and the jobs section. So this actually will take them to, if they're looking, Angola, New York, it's automatically deemed to our school district, but it's going to show them all the jobs that are available around our area for that. And then it actually will take them out to an Indeed area where they can actually apply. So it's an amazing resource. I'm really excited to use it. We've started using it right now. I've assigned things for the students to do on that. So depending on how much they like it and how much they find value out of it, after this next year, it's something we might look into for the future. We've been working on curriculum throughout the year with some of our board members and our administration. Something that we have figured out that is a definite is we currently offer financial planning to our seniors. And this is something that ECC also offers. It's called consumer finance for them. And so we will be able to offer that next year for 3 more credits. So that will give our students now a total of 13 college credits that they'll be able to receive through the Academy, which is awesome, at 1/3 of the tuition. So we're super excited about that. Something that's kind of, we just talked about, but nothing is, just on the table, you can say, is we've looked at maybe our accounting students getting a QuickBooks certification. It is a free, something free, I believe, that we can do. Marla's kind of looking into that a little bit more. And then also maybe public speaking, splitting that up. But for the most part, I think that we've been having really great dialogue throughout the year. And I think it's something that we'll just continue to have. It shouldn't never be a static conversation. Lastly, this is our 10th graduating class for the Academy of Business and Finance this year. So we're very excited. You have been invited to graduation, which is June 10th at 6 p.m. at Ilio DePaulo's. This year out of the district, but next year we plan to be back at Cradle Beach. due to COVID. So we're very excited. We're excited to celebrate the students' hard work. We have business partners, our board members, the teachers, and the parents for supporting their young people in their lives. So that is it for me. Thank you, everybody.
Everyone, I just want to say, for those of you that don't know firsthand, Danielle is doing a phenomenal job directing the academy. Danielle, you took a really terrible year because of COVID, and you approached it with flexibility, with creativity, and I actually think you're using COVID as an advantage for our students and opening up even more opportunities in some ways than they had because of the virtual platform. We know that you're putting in a lot of hard work, and thank you. Our students are very lucky to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you, Jackie.
Does anybody else have any questions? Thank you. All right, at this time, may I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment history of a particular individual? No action will be taken during executive session.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So for anybody watching at home, we will